Hey, it's Hot 937, man. Hot Morning Crew, Buck Regg, and we got a special guest in the house, Spence Lee.
Yeah.
Man, music is hot right now, representing Jersey, right?
Yep, born and raised.
Born and raised in Jersey, got music out right now. One of the songs, 1 million views, man. On God.
On God.
1 million views. How'd that feel?
Feel great, man. I feel blessed.
Short time, too.
Yeah, I feel very blessed.
How long you been doing this music thing, man? Is it born in you?
Wow, I could say that. I've been doing music, though, since 2009. I made my first song, but I didn't start taking it seriously till 2014.
What made you start taking it seriously? What happened?
So basically, I always was an artist. I grew up drawing all the time, writing poetry.
Oh, you nice with the drawing?
Yeah, I'm nice with the drawing.
Okay.
Poetry. I was always in love with music. My mom and my dad would always play music like Michael Jackson, Stevie, Earth, Wind and Fire, and the 80s.
Classics.
80s freestyle music, like that new wave stuff.
You said poetry?
Yeah, poetry.
You one of them? Did you get the girls with the poetry? You one of them cats?
No.
You one of them? I used to hate them cats, man. I ain't got no shot. This guy got the poetry.
You sitting there talking about, yo, baby, let me talk to you. He's sitting there talking about the sun, the moon.
The sun, the moon shining, the rising,
stars.
I ain't got a shot.
That was just reserved for like literature class, like. But I noticed, like, all the teachers would notice how I excelled in that, and then but they used to make us go in front of the class though
and do it.
So maybe I did get girls off of that shit by accident.
Yeah.
Maybe
but it probably also helped you to be able to perform your music because it got you used to being in front of crowds.
That's a fact. Because I still get nervous before I go on stage, but once I go on stage, like it's gone. Yeah. It's gone. Like.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't see you to be like, nah, this guy doesn't know hip hop. He's Asian. There's no way. But if I'm talking to you, you're running down Mobb Deep. You're running down stuff like that you grew up on, man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, Tupac. Of course, Tupac and Biggie, but Wu-Tang, all that. Tribe, Called Quest, De La Soul. We was really hip to all this shit. Like where I'm from, my town, it's like we're like heavily cultured. You know what I'm saying?
What part of Jersey you from?
Franklin Township, New Jersey, in Somerset County, exit 9. So like that, just growing up there, like that minority in the public school system, the minority is white.
Right. Oh, that's the minority?
Yeah, the minority is white. So that made that, so like they don't got the majority in the school, so like they're the cool ass white people because like the blacks, Asians, Hispanics, we're really running the shit.
Running the stuff.
As far as it's like, and we're all in class together, we all at lunch together, we all doing the after school programs. Our school is like an art school too, though. So we had like a lot of music and dance programs. Everybody in the town know how to dance, know how to write a 16, know how to draw a little bit.
It's just town full of talent.
Yeah, exactly. So they fostered that creative spirit in the town. So like all of the music, we listen to Jersey club music, hip hop, soul, R&B, dance hall, all type of shit, and it all blended. So
how do you feel about the Jersey club sound's been on for a minute?
Yeah.
Now you got Little Uzi Vert. You got NLE Chopper. And they're taking that boom, 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 and taking it to a whole nother level. You guys been on it. They've been on it in Jersey.
That's the Jersey way.
Yeah, they've been on that.
Yeah, we've been on that. But, that shit come from Baltimore. Like, club music come from Baltimore.
Baltimore and Jersey is like the two cities that's well known for like the house music sound after house somewhat played out with,
Facts. Baltimore and then Philly though. We got our shit from Philly. Like, Philly is an hour away from Franklin, New Jersey. Okay. And like, they kind of took it and made it more like battle club where you was like, because the Baltimore club and the Jersey club, it was more like when we were growing up, we was dancing with girls to it. We were just like hit it to the beat. It was more about like girls shaking ass and we were just grinding. But eventually Philly made it turn into like Wu-Tang and then like, you know what I'm saying, battle club, and then it got faster and then like that's when all the aggressive club came in and then we grew up on that too because Jersey Club adopted that, like DJ J Hood, DJ Slink, DJ Walla, DJ Tamil,
Walla,
like they pioneered that and we grew up in them parties where we go into the parties and like it's a straight club, no nothing else. Maybe R&B for like the end of the party, but like
nothing on the radio.
No radio, nothing, just club. And if it is a radio song, it's a club remix. Just straight hopping on cheeks the whole time, and then like occasionally they'll put on some battle shit, or they'll put on like the shit where it's like the group shit, like look to the left and ride that wave, and like the whole shit,
like a call and response.
The command shit, the whole party just rocking out to club, and then like. That's the era we came up in. Like we dancing with girls, and then now it has evolved to where like people is like drilling over the club music. It could be dope, but that's just not what we grew up with. But you know, I'm with it because you know it's pushing the sound. It's just the club we grew up with was more. It had more space. Right. It was more like instructions. You know what I'm saying? Like. All right. Two steps to the
voila. Hold on, voila! I need that hard drive. I've been telling you this for years. I need that hard drive.
If you've been telling them for years, voila probably ain't gonna give it to you.
Years, man. I know. Yeah, voila.
Yeah.
Shout out to voila.
Now, that's my guy too. Seeing Jersey is heavy club music. Your music is not so much.
Yeah, not yet.
Did it make it tough for the people in your area to accept it because that wasn't the Jersey way?
No, I wouldn't say that because like when I was growing up, we was just trying to rap like New York and Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like we was just trying to rap like New York. Like we grew up with listening to Dipset, G Unit, even like when Kanye was coming up, and especially Wayne. Like we listened to everything in Jersey. Like, and then you know Fugees and all that stuff. We still got artists that's like coming up from Jersey, Redman and all that. So like. The Jersey club shit was kind of like a separate thing. Like it was just like that's our party music.
Yeah, I asked because you know you younger. Yeah. You know I know about the Redman, the Fugees, what's my guy name who ran for office out there, Laws of the Underground. All of them. And I see you was younger, and you know the music might have shifted to the club scene. To where some of your peers probably do the club music. Yeah,
it's crazy because this one like you know that song was like, hit it for me one time, hit it for me 2 times, let's go. Like that sample, like the people saying it, they went to our school.
Oh, did they?
That's a viral club hit. But those people, they recorded that like from the town. They went to our school, like so. It definitely was like club first. Like all the people in the school was making club music, like on Fruity Loops and shit like that. But you know, it did influence my sound in the fact that like I make music like for like it's not for like I'm not making music to stunt on a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like or like impress a dude and shit like that. It's really music to feel good to, because that's really the spirit of like the club music too. It's like man, we going to the parties, vibe out. To feel good, to get with these chicks
and do it,
and just link with the homies and do dances if we want to. But that's like what led into my music. But I got some songs too that is club too. It's just not out yet. Yeah.
Hey, Spence Lee right here, Hot 937 man. Now let's talk about the music. When you write this music in your team, do you got people around you to tell you, yo, Spence, that's trash?
Yeah.
You got somebody tell you that's hot. Now you came up here. Most people come up here deep. You came up here with one man. I rarely see that right there. Is he honest with you with the music? Will he tell you, yo, don't do that. Do
this
this.
Not the one. That's not the one.
Yeah. But like sometimes I do roll deep a lot. I do roll deep a lot, but they all got their favorites. Everybody got like their favorite joint, and some people will be like, nah, that ain't it.
Do you listen to them?
Yeah, sometimes, because if I respect your ear, like you know what I'm saying, like I'm playing you the music because I respect your ear, so I'm gonna listen to what you have to say. But like if I'm not gonna take advice from somebody who just like listen to some bullshit all the time. Like, but everyone around me got good taste. Everyone got good taste. Like that. That's how it always got to be. Like shit, anybody around me, girls, female, males, whatever, they gotta have good taste. So like, I trust the ear, but at the same time, I go based off of intuition and like what I feel in my soul. Like, and I've been doing music long enough. I feel like I got the best ear, right? So I can kind of like curate.
You've been doing it for a while. Then you run into a group of guys, organization 88 Rising. How did that happen?
Yeah. So I've been running with Mike Will for a minute since like 2014. Yeah, Mike Will made it for like 2014. So when I met him. you know, we just been locked in ever since that. But he came up with the play like, yo, you heard the 88 Rising? I'm like, yeah, for sure. They got Asia like,
Yeah,
they got Asia on
yeah.
lock. You know what I'm saying? I'm Asian. It makes sense. And then he was like, yeah, like let's chop it up with him, see what you think, whatever. And then I talked to the CEO Sean at 88. We had a conversation, and then like just from the jump, I knew that like we should partner up.
Was it a perfect fit? Did it fit? It made sense.
Yeah, it made sense because like my mission with this with the music is like bridge the cultures.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause
Yeah.
me and Mike already been locked in. Like that's already a legendary link. Like I'm an Asian artist. I'm doing music that's like Asian artists ain't doing. And then Sean from 88, he's born in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or he's from America, and like, but he got this whole label that they got all the Asian artists, all the Asian talent, and they got the crowd. So like me just doing eardrummers and 88, and us building something as one is like it's like a sign of unity too. You see what I'm saying?
It is.
Because it's like we can bridge. Like Mike is like the hottest, not even the hottest. He's a highly decorated producer.
Yeah, when
like,
he touches something, it's crazy. When he touches it, it's crazy.
He's crazy, and then like that's legendary. And then Sean and 88, what they're doing is legendary for the Asian culture too, because they create a high level music for the Asians. And it's like me, I'm from here and I'm Asian. It makes sense. We want to bridge the cultures, and like, you know, Mike Will and 88 Rising. It's just dope. Like
That's a good
big
feeling.
link.
I like that. I like that right there.
So now you also produce.
Mm-hmm.
So is that because lack of studio or just a passion? Because you got Mike Will now.
Yeah. I think it's just for the love of the music. You feel me? Like I grew up just like before I started taking rap seriously, or not even rap, before I started taking voicing records seriously, like getting on the mic, I would always sit in the studio with my friend Kakuyan or my friend Mantra, who produced songs on my album like to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up with them like 3rd grade, 4th grade, like, and they was making music early on because they was playing in the band, they was playing in the ensemble and shit. And then they started making beats on Pro Tools and Fruity Loops, and I would just sit in there with them and just like, I started to develop like an ear for like the music side, like the chords and the harmonies, you know, the rhythm and, you know what I'm saying, the melodies. And then eventually, like when I started making my music, I kind of knew what kind of beats I wanted. I kind of knew like what kind of chords I wanted, what kind of like textures I wanted in my music. So I would just get in with them and be like, yo, like I might play some chords, I might hum a melody, or I might make a drum pattern on the MPC, and then we'll all just put it together. And so I'm really like producing shit from the top to bottom. I mean from the bottom up, like just, you know, from scratch. But yeah, when I met Mike though, that is what really turned me up, like to making this shit like on the level to where it can do numbers, because like I was in the studio when he was making shit like I heard Humble before that shit came out by Kendrick.
Did you?
Yeah. So like I'm in the studio with Mike and I'm just hearing like crazy shit. This like and I've been rolling with him since I was like 19. So it's like that's like when my brain for the music was is still very malleable. Like I'm developing still as a musician, but like early on I'm hearing all this shit before it come out, and then like I'm in there cooking up with him and everything, getting in the booth, he making beats. We on the mic, it's like him and then Plus and then like all the eardrummers cooking up beats at once, like we really jamming out. We got microphones and shit, everybody just passing the mic.
Yeah.
Sway Lee, Slim Jimmy, like I'm in the mixes and we just making songs and records and shit.
I was getting ready to say, speaking of Mike, he's been there before. He wrote Ray Sprint with him.
Yeah.
You got a song with Slim Jimmy, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah. It's
What's
called
the name of that
SRT.
song?
It's called SRT right now, but we might change the name of it. But it's a dope song. Yeah, Jimmy, that's my man's.
All right.
Ray Shremmer, that's my man's.
You got a interesting story. You posted the story of your mom's and the struggle she went through to get here, and basically what brought you here.
Yeah.
And I read the whole thing about your mom's when she was back in the country.
Yeah.
And had to escape in a tank.
Yes. Damn, that's a crazy story. Like, my mom's is from Vietnam, right? Like south, like central Highland area, like by the mountains, but like it's on the south. So there was a civil war going on, North Vietnam versus South Vietnam. North Vietnam was communist, South Vietnam wanted democracy. So North started taking over the South. That's when America jumped in, and it became a whole world, like world war. So my mom was growing up there. She had 2 older siblings and like a younger and a younger sister at that time. But now they got like 8. She got like 8 siblings. But they had to escape in a tank because the communists came in and they took the church. Because my family used to have a church over there, and they took the school, and then they had to escape in the tank. And then it was like they got all the way down to South Vietnam. They got separated somehow, like, and then they kept telling her like, "No, you're an orphan. Your parents died." Like,
wow.
But she knew that they didn't.
Wow.
She was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, you gotta get on this plane. You gotta get on this plane because all the children, all the orphans, being evacuated." So they took her on the plane. They took her somewhere like Southeast Asia, some one of them islands. Then they took her from there to America. Then she got adopted in America, and then the whole time for like 20 years, they told her like,
that's crazy.
Like she's an orphan, but she knew she wasn't.
And she knew she wasn't
and
the whole
back
time.
in the country, her aunties was like, they were all in the church, so they was like praying, and then she was like, they told my mom, they told my grandma like, nah, something tells me that she's still alive. Like, something's telling me she's still alive. So you know what I'm saying? We got to keep praying on her every day. And then like she didn't reconnect over there with them until after she had my brother and my sister. She had my brother and my sister when she was in her 20s, like 21, 20. She was growing up in Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? Just raising them. And then after she had me, we went back to Vietnam, and she finally reconnected with them.
Then she did.
Yeah, she finally reconnected with them. But
that's
just that story is
man.
because they growing up in the war, like the real war zone. It's not no like. It ain't
no fist fights. It ain't like,
that's a war.
It's a war.
It ain't even no like, it's really like
something you don't got control over.
Yeah, it ain't even handguns. It's like AKs.
Yeah.
Like you see people walking around with AKs and flip flops on, like they toes is out and they have AKs.
They got AKs.
It's like crazy shit.
War.
Even women and children too, like having guns. And it was crazy, and you don't know who's the enemy.
When you finally grew up, got old enough to realize what was happening, what happened, did you have any anger inside of you?
Yeah, man, like America is crazy. America's wild. Like just the fact that they was doing chemical warfare too. Yeah. Like dropping Agent Orange on the country, like giving people cancer and shit like that. And then like, cause like it's a fact. Like they did some messed up shit. The Asians, America, like dropping 2 atomic bombs on Japan, like invading shit, and then going and doing chemical warfare.
That's gotta build up. You gotta have some, once you get your emotions and shit.
Yeah, so it get wild when you think about it. But I'm just thankful that my mom made it out of that. That her siblings is alive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's healthy.
Now your mom is what you're doing right now. Being successful at this, achieving the goal. Is it for her? Is that a motivation?
Yes.
For your family, because what they've been through, is that put motivation or battery in your back to do it?
Yes, 100%. Because I know that I think my mom deserved the best life. You know what I mean? Like I think after all that she been through, raising us successfully, raising 3 kids.
After what she been through.
After all that she been through, and the main thing that inspires me about her is that she always got a smile on her face. She always is happy. She always is like,
even though all that happened, she has a smile on her face.
She always got like good energy, and like she really teaches me stuff all the time. Like she the one who helped me with my diet. She the one who helped me with like my art. She the one who put me on to like the fashion stuff. Like when I was young, like she's really dope. She's a dope individual. So that's very inspiring because like then after being through all of those situations, those struggles, like being told that your parents are dead, and then you go to a whole nother country that's
crazy. You
know what I'm saying? Then raising two kids, and then you know what I'm saying, like growing up on food stamps and shit. But and then she was telling me like she didn't take the food stamps because she had too much pride.
Too much pride.
Yeah. She was like, nah, I didn't do that. But man. I just let the community, like, cause she had a lot of friends. So I learned that from her. Like she was like, yeah, like the company you keep, the friends that you have, they'll take you a long way.
Not my mom. My mom took the food stamps.
Mine did too. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of them do.
I told her, I was like, if I had food stamps now, I would take it. Like, because they take that shit to Whole Foods.
I was trying to get some a couple of weeks ago. Tell you the truth.
Now for real, I'm like, I would have took them shit now because I'm on the Whole Foods. I'm like, they accept EBT.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, my man's had the EBT card. We in California. We was running that shit up.
Run it out.
We was in LA just like Whole
Great
Foods
job,
every day,
Mom.
running that shit.
But next time you take them
You
food
take the
stamps.
food stamps, boy.
You take
And
the
that
stamps.
cheese that come with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Spence, thanks for coming. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
The new song is out right now. There's just 1 million views. Talk about that song real fast for me.
On God, man. Like a lot of people say on God, but you know, you can't be lying on God's name. So I just was like, all right, let me just solidify these affirmations in this song and make sure that every bar is true, every lyric is true, and all these things that I'm saying in the song I want to manifest in my life. So it's really a positive, motivational song that could, you know, hopefully inspire somebody, whether it's through my story or through like the bars in it, that to like get up and, you know, believe in your process, trust God, you know what I'm saying, have faith in the journey.
I like what you said. Everybody say on God. They just say it for no reason. You're
Yeah,
saying
say
it
it. Just say
for
it.
real. You telling them why you're saying on God.
Yeah.
Other dudes just say on God. Be
Yeah.
like, yo, I need them Jordans on God.
But shit, they might.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't need Jordans.
Yeah.
They want them.
Yeah, you want 'em.
You don't need them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you saying on God
Yeah.
for real reasons.
Yeah.
So it's okay to say it, but
Yeah.
make sure you saying it.
That song though is special to me because like a year ago I was in a hospital because I had to get emergency surgery. Like I had an infection in my abdomen and like I was messed up. Like I had lost 20 pounds. I'm in the bed like a skeleton, like messed up, down bad. And then, you know, my friend Mel, he pulled up on me in my house and he was like, yo, I'm just checking up on you. It's like, it was hard for me to breathe. It was crazy. Like, and so we just sitting on the couch, right? And I'm just listening to beats. We listening to beats. We pulled up this beat, Rax beat, which was the beat for On God, and I'm listening to shit. And I'm saying, On God, I'm really respected. On God, I'm living a legend. He was like, hey, you gotta record that. He was like, you gotta lay that down. You gotta lay that down, record that. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, record that shit. And then it became that song. And then I also think it's the message we need too. Like we need something. Like we need
Something
that,
positive. Yeah.
we need that connection because not everything, but there's a lot of music right now that's not conducive to positive manifestation. There's a lot of people manifesting the wrong shit.
Yeah,
through their lyrics, so.
before we let you go, can you give us one verse? We ain't got no beat. Can you give us one verse on that? On God?
On God?
Yeah.
On God, I'm living a legend. On God, I'm really respected. On God, I know my direction. On God, I'm nice with the dressing. On God, my brother's been solid since day one. They ain't gotta be questioned. On God, I feel like it's destined. My time and money invested. On God, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Go check out the video, man. Spence, thanks for stopping through, man. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey, it's Hot 9